Hey, welcome back to this mini lecture. My name is Dino. This one's on Slavoj Žižek and his video, Real Problem with Fake News. Here is the URL. It will be below in the metadata. It is 10 minutes, 25 seconds in length. Please feel free to watch it. Afterwards, here's some questions, or maybe even beforehand. What insights do you get from the video? What experiences do you have with fake news? Did the video resonate with you? Were there any moments of dissonance? Firstly, my first main question is, why are people concerned about fake news? And secondly, what is the meaning of Zizek's quote, "Those who fight fake news are more bothered by uncontrollable plurality"? For question one, I would say people are concerned mainly because of its impact. For COVID, especially since post 2020, since its impact, I think a lot of people have seen how fake news has poisoned the landscape in terms of various views on the vaccine and social distancing, masking, etc. And then also, I think especially since about 2016, the use of fake news has been used a lot in the political sphere, as I said in a previous video, as a way to discredit opposing points of view. So instead of engaging with the actual issue, it's fake news. From this, the amount of fake news out there has been really, really high. And then because of that, the presence of it in our daily discourse is pretty high, especially if you watch any politics. The quote, "Those who fight fake news are more bothered by uncontrollable plurality." What Zizek seems to be getting across there is that those at the top of the information ecosystem, mainly people who, like, say, major broadcasters, major publishers, etc., they have more comfort with fewer narrative sources. Like, it's easier, better for them if there's just a few broadcasters, a few publishers, so they can have a better control of where narratives and information and stories are coming out from this. And I think most of us would also agree, although you may not like that larger corporate control. There is a confusion when there's multiple news sources out there, many of which don't have the best intentions, many of which aren't reputable, many of which don't really check their sources at all. Zizek's from the Zizek video, how do you use fake news facts to make fake news? So you'd think that if you have facts that you can't make fake news, but Zizek says that the opposite is true. He gives the quote, "When you talk about history, you never talk about all the facts, you present a certain construct story." For example, I worked in a reality show. I'll talk about two things: a reality show and a documentary named Home that I made. In the reality show, I'd shoot 5 to 30-minute reality TV show stories. Because of that, I'd usually shoot about a 3-to-1 or a 4-to-1 ratio. Say if it's a 4-to-1 ratio, that means I'd shoot 4 hours for every edited hour of footage. So as a result, I'd be discarding at least 3 hours of footage for that 1 hour of final edited content. For my documentary Home, which is about my uncle and his journey from Europe to North America, I had about 18 hours of footage to 1 hour of final edited footage. As a result, 17 of that is gone. From this, I know very well, and hopefully you get from this talk of shooting ratios, that you can shoot a lot of content and you just don't use it all. As a result, you're constructing a story not out of all the facts, but only some of them. As a result, this emphasizes that certain facts, by choosing them, and you also by definition, when you emphasize some, you're de-emphasizing others. This is tied up by Zizek's quote, "No matter how much we rely on facts, we organize facts in a certain way." So even though we have facts, if we have some facts at the beginning and end, and we have them there, the ones in the middle, because of a recency because of a recency bias and a primacy bias, so things that are at the end or the beginning, we remember them more. Even just organizing them in a certain way can emphasize some and de-emphasize others. Another quote, "They don't see that the true problem is not cheating with facts. All your facts can be true, but the way you select some facts and ignore others can make your report, which is only composed of true facts, a lie." One of the ways I'd say this, like one of the best ones I saw, was during the COVID outbreak, and the way one specific news outlet, quote unquote, reported on COVID vaccination mandates. So they seem to be against COVID vaccinations and against vaccination mandates. And they would generally have that message on their broadcast, which is fine. However, something that they wouldn't say is that they, in fact, internally had their own employer mandates. So you'd think if you want to say, hey, COVID vaccination mandates are bad, you might want to say that Oh, but sorry, we actually have them ourselves. And so that kind of that contrast and that dissonance, that should be something that should be said that is not said, and it would help make your true facts a lie. Like if you're making a claim about something like this. Finally, here's some final considerations for you to take away. Fake news is a substantive, ongoing problem. I've been teaching social media as a course since about like 2015. So as a result, over the past several years, I was thinking, oh, this will be something that will sort of go away, especially after the 2016 election. That, as a fact, has not happened. There's as much, if not more, fake news going on today. How do we ensure multiple messages that help, not hinder fact sharing and truth seeking? How do we do that? Like, do we need to have some kind of governmental imposed mandates about the way that we regulate various news sharing industries? How do we ensure that we ourselves, when we're sharing facts, like say via Facebook or another social media platform, that we know that the things that we're sharing are in fact factual and truthful? How do we select and organize facts to enhance truth? Unless we select really good, high-quality, fact-based journalism and stories, and we share them and organize them in a thoughtful way, we may be not enhancing truth. And finally, I think the biggest one is how do we maximize free speech but minimize fake news? Most people love free speech. It's great. But when we give free speech to everyone all the time, and regardless of quality of information, is fake news invariably the result? That was Zizek's video, The Real Problem with Fake News. My name's Dino. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like this video. Please feel free to comment. Do you think fake news is a problem? Do you think we're getting any better at policing it? Do you think we need to police it? Do we need the government to intervene? Do we need platforms that share online content to intervene? Is it best left to just to ourselves to share the best news possible? How do we disincentivize people who are sharing fake news to stop doing that? And finally, if you want to subscribe, please feel free to subscribe to this channel to get similar content. As always, thanks for watching. Take care.